Hi guys, so this is week 21 of pregnancy. I forgot to tell you in my last video, but my due date did get pushed back to April 10th. The ultrasound I had at 8 weeks and this most recent one at 20 weeks both said that I was about 5 days, or we conceived about 5 days later than we thought we had. If it was just one or the other, like I guess maybe the baby could have a weird growth rate, which would be probably symptomatic of something strange. But yeah, it's just I released my eggs at a weird time. So yeah, so anyhow, it's April 10th now. So I'm 2 days into 21 weeks pregnant. And yeah, so that really doesn't bother me. I think if I had found out earlier, it would have bothered me, but more than halfway done is more than halfway done, and that's really all I care about. And when it gets to actually being April, I really don't think I'm going to care whether it's the 5th or the 10th. I'm just going to want it out, I assume. So, yeah, so what I've been up to this week is I've had way intense cravings for salads and carbs. Carbs, obviously not so weird. It's colder, and I always put on winter weight. It's just like, a nice tradition. But salads I normally just think are a lot of stabbing and chewing and not that great. I do like greens. I'll cook them and put them in things. I like them wilted. I put them in smoothies, or sometimes I just eat them plain, but I don't really like to make a salad and sit down with a fork and salad. It's just sort of a waste of time to me normally. But lately I've been making arugula and spinach salads, and I cut up some orange and some nuts and put that on there, and just, whatever I have that looks good. And on Wednesday we went out for my birthday, and oh my god, there was the best salad. So it had steak on it, which had some curry and black pepper. It had pomegranate seeds and pistachios and pine nuts and onion, and oh, it was just so good. Yeah, but cravings for salads, which is so strange for me, especially at this time of year, because I normally only really like warm foods and warm liquids at this time of year. But whatever, it's it's good. So yeah, for my birthday dinner I had salad, and I had 2 different kinds of cake. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I just normally look at cold weather and your body being extra hungry as a hormonal and biological response to the temperature change and the seasonal change. And I just look at it as an opportunity to get more nutrients, Like nuts are a great example of something I don't really have an inclination to eat them in the summer, but they're good for you, and I enjoy eating them in the winter because they're like richer. So anyhow, oh, I've also had some strange brain issues. Like, I noticed myself getting really, really focused on really mundane tasks, and it never gets old. Like, I was telling Al that I felt like I was on drugs the other day because I spent hours learning how to cut carrots and red beets and different fruits and vegetables into butterflies. I went in the kitchen to do something completely different, and then I just started doing that. So yeah, YouTube is a real problem because YouTube teaches me how to do things like cut strange fruits and vegetables into butterflies. But it's still fun. And also, I've been getting extra into sewing because, in my opinion, sewing can be rather mundane, especially if you do it from a pattern and it's not just an alteration of something that you already have. So I've had a lot of patience to do a lot of sewing lately, which is good. We have new curtains in our bathrooms now, and I made some baby things. So Hamlet, who's Al's stuffed pig from when he was a kid, is modeling my favorite thing that I've made so far. Um, it's just like this little baby sleep sack, and it has this cute little Peter Pan collar. Doesn't really fit Hamlet very well. And then there's like a little cute drawstring bottom. So that's like the whole thing. Oh, and there are these adorable little baby mitten cuffs here, which mitten cuffs are one of my favorite things. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that makes baby clothes really cute for me. So my plan is to make a couple more of these little sleep sacks, just out of different things, whatever. Um, and I want to make a couple with hoods on them and things like that. Al hasn't really been all that keen on me buying baby clothes yet, because, I don't know, I think he thinks I'm going to go nuts with it or something. But, anyhow, I have been into sewing, so I've been sewing them out of things. And I just sort of rescue fabric from other things that I don't want anymore. Like that was a king size sheet, and we don't have king size beds. We just had this sheet around the house. So I also made a bunting, which is sort of like an enormous square of fabric, and one end sort of has a hood on it. And I really like it because this is one of those things that you can use for anything. You know, you could use it for a cloth to put down if you need someplace clean for the baby, or you could wrap it up or whatever, like swaddle with it or something. This is the pattern that I was using. This is a pattern that my sister had saved from my grandmother's patterns, and I don't know if you can see, but it was only 75 cents at the time, so you know it's really old. But this is the bunting that I made, and then this is what that little sleep sack is supposed to look like. And then there are a bunch of other things that I could make from this pattern. I don't know if I'm really gonna make bibs or what, but anyhow, it's just fun for when I get bored. So yeah, I've been having fun with baby stuff. And I don't really think anything else is all that different right now. But see, I got this hat from this lady that I work for today because she was cleaning out her closet and needed help, and discovered this hat that she doesn't want. And so it comes in an enormous hat box, and Zena was just licking the hat box, which can't be good, but whatever. She eats worse stuff. I'll show you my belly. So my boobs are sort of getting out of control. I don't think you can really tell in this shirt without knowing me and with this shirt. But they're sort of getting out of control. And then the belly's just, hey, Zena, you're in the way. Belly's just awesome. Look how big I'm getting. And the other side. I remember that, let it stick out so you can see. I remember when my neighbor was at this stage, she said the funniest thing. She was like, oh, after 20 weeks, back fat's coming any day now. Which I thought was so funny because she just like knew that certain stages were coming that were strange to me. But, okay, so belly, oh, baby's the size of a banana. Isn't that enormous? Like, I can't even really believe that a banana would fit in there. But it's clear that the baby, hi, it's clear that the baby's growing because I feel so much movement and activity. And, like, last night I was actually getting a little bit uncomfortable because the baby just didn't stop moving for so long. And, she's so cute. But yeah. Okay, so fun. I have no idea how much I weigh this week because last week when I went to the doctor, my scale said I weighed 126 or something like that. And, the doctor said that I weighed, I think I told you 122 or something like that. 122 and a half, I don't know. But anyhow, my scale still says 126 or something. So who knows? But I think I weigh more than last week, just judging from how I'm fitting in my clothes. And yeah, I'm definitely putting on a little bit of body fat, which I'm not surprised considering how I've been eating. I can't eat a lot of sugar because my fingers swell up on one of my hands. But, oh, okay, time to go. But I have been eating a little bit anyway just because it's hard not to in this season. But if you look, okay, these two fingers, you can sort of see a difference. This is the index on my right hand that does swell up from sugar. And this has gone down a lot since it flared up. I had eggnog before Thanksgiving, and that's why this one's swelled up. And then I don't know what caused my pinky to start going, but my pinky started freaking out. So this one's on its way, this one's growing, and then my index finger's shrinking. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can actually see the difference. But this is not pregnancy related. This is just something that always happens to me, especially in the winter, but that's the time when I'm more likely to be eating sugar. So, whatever. Yeah, sensitive stomach. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys next week.